Hi YouTube, it's Outdoors Dad here again. I was hoping to get out and do a solo wild camp, my first one tonight, but the wife had already booked in the night off to go out with the lasses in Newcastle for a night out. Hey, she works hard, she's a good mum, top mum, so I wasn't going to argue. I just didn't look at the calendar, but I've promised YouTube, you lads and lasses, a boot review. I love me boots, walking boots, hiking boots, bushcraft boots, fishing boots, whatever you want to call them. I like to keep my feet dry, free from blisters, but I don't like to spend a lot of money. I'm a bit tight. You've got to be tight, new dad, you know. So the first boot is a suede boot. It's a good boot, it's a hardy boot. A lot of people don't like suede boots because you kind of polish them, you don't feel like you're ever putting anything in the way of the water to repel the water. You can put nick wax on, various sprays, they never look clean once you get into them. But these, for a suede boot, they're not Gore-Tex lined or anything. They're ex-army, and I bought them second hand, but I've got a cracking boot when they came, a grade A. They're a Hakes, and here we are. I would say, ladies and gentlemen, for a suede boot that's not Gore-Tex lined, these are the hobnobs of boots. I mean, these are still a bit damp. They always look grubby. I wear these for plastering, gardening, any jobs I'm doing, walk the dog. I've been up to my ankles in the water in them. Obviously they're leaked, but they're not supposed to be a waterproof boot. They're a desert boot. That's why the British Army wore them. But vents in here. They're very high, tall. I like that. You always feel stable. And they do feel well made. With a good sole, the German, and the sole is a different pattern to your Vibrams, etc. And when I'm over doing my beach combing down the beach with the dog, and it's dry, I like to put these on. My feet will get wet if I plodge about, but they're lovely and comfortable. They're surprisingly heavy. They're advertised on the site there. I was just checking my facts before I made this boot review, and I think it's described as very light. Well, I weighed my boots, which is the heaviest out of the 5 boots I'm reviewing. However, when I come home from work, if I haven't worn them for work, and I was to put these on, it's like putting carpet slippers on. They're absolutely great, comfortable, wide, really wide there. My right foot splays when you put it down. I've broken toes or something when I've played football, and these toes on the end, they splay out and they're webby, and these accommodate that. They're lovely. They're true to the size as well. I'm a 9, so you buy a 9, you get a 9. I just really think they're good. You've got this little really strong toggle on the back to pull them up. The D-rings and everything are very good. I mean, some things are a bit ephemeral. That one's broke off, so I've got to say that. However, to be honest, I wouldn't be going out in the wet and wild with them. I just wouldn't. But if you've got a pair and you don't want to spend any money, and you don't mind getting your feet wet, and they'll dry quickly, bang them on. They're a good boot. Always look shabby. I've had these about 3 years. I've worn them. I wear them for work most of the time. But as I say, I've done all kinds of graft in them. Great. They've got a lovely big bumper there. I think I paid £40 plus postage, maybe it's a fiver, for a grade 1 boot, and they came, and I would say they were nearly brand new. I scored, absolutely scored with them. Okay, there's still loads of tread left on them, and honestly I can't emphasise how much I've worn them. Okay, right, get them out of the way. Let's have a little slurp, because it's a sadder. Right, next book, curveball for you. It's basically a rubber fishing boot. that's insulated for warmth in there. Putting your feet in there is like putting them in a foot sleeping bag. Lovely cross pattern on the tread. Great on rocks when you're fishing with seaweed on, etc. I wear these all the time for fishing. They're waterproof all the way up to the neck, up to here. Obviously you don't polish them, they're like a welly boot. I max mate them, 45 quid. If you've got them and you want to get out bushcrafting or wild camping or whatever you're doing, and you don't want to spend any more money, a bit like I said with the hakes, if you've got them, wear them, your feet won't get wet. They'll slide about in them, they don't trap your feet in like a hiking boot does, but I've done a few miles in them. And that's just a little curveball. If you already had them, you don't want to spend any money, that's what you could do. Plus, you never have to polish them, just wash them. Next, another little slurp. This boot here is possibly my favourite boot if they're fitted. They're an Altberg combat boot. I believe this is what the British Army are wearing. I got these off eBay, grade 1 again, and I came and I scored again. Absolutely fantastic. Must have been worn once to walk around the living room. Lovely vibrant sole on them there, excellent. A little bit of a bumper, however I've only worn these 20 times and you can see a bit of pit room where they're like, obviously I've been baiting up when I've been fishing on the promenade or a pier and I've scuffed them. I was an idiot to wear them, I shouldn't have, because you like this, you know, you're sort of kneeling down to rig up and stuff. However they're a good solid boot. They've got a cambrielle line into them. They say they're quick drying. However, I've got to say, last time I was out camping with the Figster, I didn't give them the care they should have had with the kiwi wax, the kiwi polish. I just put a quick cheap polish over that I had lying in the cupboard. It didn't look properly, and they give in what I mean, a little bit, not a lot, but a little bit, and they didn't dry out as quickly as I thought. And he had Gore-Tex line boots, just a cheap. They're like lower range high tech, and his were drier than mine. But I've absolutely doused them. I'll show you how much polish I've put on. I've put nearly a whole tub of polish into them Altbergs. They'll not leak again, I tell you. They'll be more flammable than anything else. Because I'm basically going to give them to my best friend I've had since we're little lads in shorts, the Figster. He's on one of my other videos. They're a present to him. I think you'll love them. You know, as I say, I've only wore them maybe 12 times, but I've had cannygraph fishing, etc. But the soles is brand new nearly, been on grass and stuff. The advertiser's been water repellent, amphibio leather or something. I've passed certain tests the NATO put them through. They're really regarded as a good boot. I do fancy a pair of these again, but I'll need a size 9.5. These are a 9. 9M for medium, I think, medium width. They're small. I would say they're an 8.5. The good sock on, they would just torturing my left foot, which is a little bit bigger than the right. It's a shame because I really wanted them to work. I really wanted to wear them. They were torturing my feet. It's the only reason I'm giving them away, really. But they're a good boot, as I say, and British Army use them. You can't argue with that, can you? Can't argue with that at all. Fast drying, as they say, but as I say, my experience, they weren't. But they're a good boot. Nice little bumper. Right then, a little slope. I don't want to make it too long to lose you, trying to get through it. Next pair, another popular ex-army boot. patrol. You'll all have seen these, you lads. You're camping, you're walking, etc. Lovely boots, supple leather from the start. Again, it's called a budget boot review because I got them second hand online. Gumtree or eBay again. £20, £5 delivery. There's some way. I mean, I've given them a lovely polish there. Not with kiwi wax, mind, but the Chico polish isn't as good, but it's just give them a bit, soften them up a bit. The tread is wearing, I don't know if you can see it there. See it there? But there's enough weight to justify £25 delivered, I can tell you. Canny, high little bump like the Altberg. I mean, these are retailing at about £160. They're heavy, and the heaviest bar the Hakes. A couple of grams heavier. They're a good boot. I like them. I got these. I ordered 9.5 after my experience with the Altbergs. Been a bit disappointed when my left foot pushed against the front. So it's slightly. My left foot's a 9.5, my right's a 9. So I got 9.5 in these. I cannot really fault them, other than the second hand. And you know, you're paying £25 for a £150 boot. So they're not brand new, but they're a bargain really for me. I've been out down the beach with them, I've walked the legs off the dog with them. I'll probably wear these boots my next wild camp. I'll polish them to the hilt with kiwi wax, kiwi polish. I think that's the best. It's a lovely boot. They're not Gore-Tex lined. I've got that Cambria line. It looks leather. I don't know if it is leather, but it looks quite leather. They're comfy, they're warm, really warm. The advertised as being warm. I mean, the leather is advertised as being about 2.5mm thick, and probably that's why they're a little bit heavier. But for me, second-hand bargain, really. Can I emphasise enough that, yeah, maybe they're not grade 1, and maybe it's because of the sole. That's the worst one on the left one, or is it? Might be. No, it's the right. Maybe it's the right one, because the sole's down that little bit much more, makes them a grade 2. Hey, I don't care. I'll get 25 quid's worth out of these, no bother. Absolutely fantastic little boot. As I say, it's Bushcrafters budget boots. So there wasn't going to be anything on over 40-50 quid. Lovely boot. X boot. This is my favourite. Again, it was second hand online. I looked and looked, knew nothing about the boots whatsoever. Took a punt at £40, £4.50 delivery. It was like a bidding. It was eBay. It was bidding. Maybe I should pay a little bit too much, I don't know. I've looked online, I can't find the model. The Gore-Tex lined, I would say they're probably retail about £150. I've bought them now, I'm not bothered, I love them. There's loads of tread left on them. They're a Mammut boot. Lovely. Like a lovely tan there. Nice. Lovely big front bumper on them there. Kneeling down, whatever you're doing, you're not harming the leather. It doesn't come right round, which is fair enough. It doesn't come right round here. That's okay, and they're not really high. That's the only disappointing thing with them. I like them about this high, the high boot like the Altberg. So I've got loads of support, you know, in the rough terrain or the rocks when I'm on the beaches and stuff. But they're lovely, and they've got lovely cross tread. And I'm starting to learn when you're on the slippy rocks, that's the tread to have. That and the same as what the HX had, like slices, not the diamond you get the vibrant for the beachcombing. But these are great anyway. Fantastic. It's just a fantastic boot. As I say, it's got something on there, motion control. I do know they're semi-rigid, so that I'm trying to squeeze them. I can see it. I'll take a cramp on them. I mean, and that there, it's a bit weird at first when you're walking with them, because you feel like your feet are maybe a little bit numb or not attached to you. But when you're scrambling, if you do a bit of scrambling uphill and you've got backpack on or something, they come into their own. Because your toes aren't giving, you know. It's like keeping them like semi-rigid as the boots made, you know. And you can do canny scrambling up hills, and you're not wasting energy in your boot, in the sort of sole of your feet flexing and stuff, you know. They're a canny boot, they've got a good lace, and they're well worn, but if the lads look after them. You see, there's a Gore-Tex cambric lining in there, it's lovely. In fact, it's not cambric, it's Rochelle lining, I think. But even the toe there, look at it right lumped up there, it's a canny boot. But as I say, they've got some little bits of scars on them here and there, but nothing right through, lovely. These have never let in water. I mean, they shouldn't with them being Gore-Tex lined, but they've never threatened to let in water. I love them. They're in the lowers of what I'll be wearing when I'm well camping or down the beach combing up the wood with a dog. The Hakes are just go to work in, etc. But they're a cracking boot. Right, so there's my 5 boots. A couple of oddities in there for you to consider. I've got a couple of minutes talking about looking after your boots. As I say, I do like being down the beach with the dog, and my son now, he's 2.5, we like going down there looking for crabs, peeler crabs, starfish, etc. So they are getting salt water on them, so I would wash them off with a bit of, I just put the hose pipe over in the garden. I'm not fussy that way. I just hose them off, leave them out to dry, or put them under the radiator to dry. Then I'll polish them. I won't polish them all the time, which can't be such a bad thing, because you know, if you've washed it with a polish off with the salt water, you're letting the leather breathe, etc. But I would certainly give them hose down after being on the beach. And I do like them polished. I mean, I have explained about the Hakes. Any suede boot always look rank, you know. But they have the place, you know. But aftercare, boots care. This is a polish I've been using on the black lower boot. I've only had the lowers about a month. Rubbish. It's just rubbish. Feels soft, lovely, not water repellent enough, and rubbed off very quickly. I've tried all kinds of polish, and you cannot beat that. It's a pound, and you cannot beat it. And I don't know why. I'm frustrated that I want to find some kind of like aliens beeswax that just makes them better, but you cannot beat the Kiwi polish, wax, or polish as they call it. For the suede, you obviously kind of put the Kiwi on, or the rubbish polish. I've tried Nick Wax on them. Our last bought us a couple of years, about 3 or 4 years ago, brand new pair of Brasher boots. Right treat for Christmas. Extra light ones. Tortured my feet, split them. Oh, had them on 10 times every time. It was blood. Oh, it was horrible. They were a lovely boot, and they weighed out. They were lighter than trainers. But you bought some Nick Wax to go with them, so I've used them on my suede boots. But it's run out now. I'm not buying Nick Wax again. I've been reading loads of reports. I've seen stuff online on YouTube and stuff saying that Nick Wax has gone right downhill. So I've just been putting now. Who's a Wally now? I've just been putting on this Wally stuff, and it's working. As I say, you see now what they look like. They're never going to look polished like the lowers do and the Mammut boots do. But I just put that on, and I found that now Lass is covered, and it's spot on. One thing I would like to see, Altberg boots. I like them. If I'm going to buy a new pair of boots, brand new, spankers, I think I'll buy the Altbergs. And I tell you the reason why. I was out on Friday mooching about, looking online at army surplus stores, and I cannot believe I don't know where it's at, because I only live a couple of miles away. Carville at Durham, to the left at the garage, Durham City, Carville. There's a little Discount Army Supplies there. I'll put the link on the vid. Brilliant. You've got to support your local shopkeepers. It's alright buying online, I do it all the time, but sometimes it's just lovely to go in and you can try the boot on. If you know, just try them on, you know they're going to fit. And the brand new, she's selling it. It's a lady, she's a lovely lady, I forgot to get her name, but she's selling the brand new Altberg boots that are retailing from Altberg for £146-ish. She's selling them £85, brand fire new. I don't know how, but she is. She's got loads of sizes in. She's got a few main DL ones in, a few haircut ones in. But if you're into your bushcraft, your wild camping, etc., and you live in the northeast of England, get yourself down to Carville, look it up, Discount Army Supplies. She's got, it's just like an Aladdin's cave of stuff. So I thought I'd just put that on at the end. I mean, I don't know the lass. I mean, I just went and bought some stuff of her, but she was lovely, accommodating. It was myself and my wife there, and my little boy. My little boy's potty training, and he managed to crap his pants from in there. So she was very accommodating, let us use her toilet, etc. She was lovely, and I did think, you know, £85 an Altberg boot, brand new in the box, magic. That's probably what I'll get next, brand new. Right, so thanks for watching YouTube, thanks for listening. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. The more people that get subscribed, the more effort I'll put into this. I'll sharpen up my quality of my videos. I'm just learning, it's all new. Fun and memories for me, my boy and my wife. I promised I'd do something on the boots, and I've done it. I've got some other stuff coming on, some Anglo Arms knives. I've got a solar wild cam coming. I've got another wild cam coming with the fire starter fixture. I've put my basher up to air it off, and it's raining, so that's why I'm sort of ducking down here. But and also the winter, you've got to subscribe now, because when the winter comes, it might be as good quality as the sunshine videos, but there's going to be some hardcore sea fishing there. It's going to be blustery, it's going to be absolutely extremely wet, but there's going to be some cod coming in. So just get yourself subscribed. Thanks very much. Outdoors Dad over and out.